Hey everybody, it's Shy here, and I am joined by a few friends to do a weekly recap. We have Wesley.
Hi, Abuser of Thunder Punch here.
Then we have Will, the RNG Lord.
Peanut first pick is questionable.
Oh, okay. We have OTM.
It's time. Welcome back, Wolfpack. I need to stop.
Why do you guys do this?
No one run on
and
me.
then we have hopefully the only normal person in this call, the faded Andy.
Normal.
Yeah.
I don't know if they heard that, but he's there.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
There you go. I heard it that time.
The accent. It's time.
Okay, so
OG is fuck out here.
Okay, so first off, we're gonna be we're gonna discuss the Slindy versus Cap James game, which was uploaded by Slindy himself. So, do you guys have the or anybody who wants to actually like join in the discussion want to open the replay?
I can find it.
Yeah.
It's in the replays area.
Oh, whoa. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
15 and oh my ass.
I'm gonna. Oh my god, wait, are we gonna talk about my trash match? I'm crying.
You're fine. We're gonna be talking about everything. So Slindy and Cap James's matchup was really interesting because
I didn't watch it.
I know because you sound like you haven't.
No, I didn't watch any of them.
So, for those of you who don't know, Slindy ended up winning this game 5-0 versus James, and I think the only thing that ended up getting knocked out was the Torkoal, I want to say. No, it was the Zydog. This game, I don't know, I felt Cap James's prep this game was really poor. And Slindy really out-prepped him because he ended up bringing, like, Sap Zipper Miltank, and he just walled the hell out of Celesteela this game.
He brought Thunder Punch.
Yes, he brought Thunder Punch.
That's why he won.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay. Does anybody have
Thunder Punch was
insightful
pretty good.
information to input on the match, or are we just going to talk about him leaving?
He brought Thunder Punch.
This is going well.
Thunder Punch is the only reason he won that game.
We're a very professional group of people.
There isn't all that.
Cap James didn't prep for Thunder Punch.
So what's up?
There isn't much to considering Miltank pretty much walled his entire team.
Oh, of course. And I didn't understand. There was a play that Togetic did get crit, which actually ended up probably costing Cap James a lot, though. I wasn't sure what
I'll
that...
try and find it.
I'm not sure what the Togetic was going to do, but I know there was a turn that the Togetic ended up getting crit, so it kind of just became useless. Let me see.
As Togetic usually is.
Yeah, of course. Let me see. What play was that? Let's see. He got hit by there.
Yeah. He switched it in against Zydog and...
Yeah, it did 35
Oh, no,
which
right.
basically made it get
But it was a two-shot anyway.
Yeah, made it two-shot. So he ended up losing Togetic really early in the
Oh, no, it was two-shot beforehand, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't have two-shot without the crit. We would have been able to roost up and stuff. Besides that, I don't know. I felt like Cap James's prep for the Miltank was really underprepared. He kind of got just destroyed by Miltank in general. Like, his...
I wish I had Miltank in Season 1.
Well, yeah, but you didn't.
Neutral side was possibly Kyogre.
What'd you say?
OTM left.
It looks like the only thing that could really hit Miltank on the special side was like Kyurem.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Unless he was running like special. So,
You're cutting out really bad.
sorry.
It's not your fault. It's just Discord being a little wonky today. But we'll push through it. I don't know. This game, Slindy prepped well and saw that Miltank destroyed his team and kept it healthy through the majority of the game. He did end up getting like a rocks and a spike up, but like that didn't really end up mattering through the whole game because Miltank just got to sit in there and kind of just wall everything.
Sweep.
What?
Sweep.
Yeah, basically. He sweeped by walling him to death basically, and this wasn't
This game was just utterly dominated by Miltank.
All right.
Utterly dominated. I like it.
Yeah, this game went on a lot longer than it should have because Slindy was being safe about it and decided not to switch Melwood in against the Fidget when he should have sooner. But it ended up going like 39 turns when it probably was only like a 21, 22 turn game, honestly. Slindy ended up leaving as well after this game. Not right after this game. It was like about a week after this game happened. Little less than that. He ended up quitting Pokemon basically. So I'm just happy he didn't leave with a loss. Week 1, he ended up 5-0ing Cap James, who was had the best record going into last season.
Slendy, the legend killer.
Yeah, of course.
15-0 my ass.
He hasn't won 15-0 yet, so
14-0 my ass.
Slendy retired the winningest coach in NBC history.
the what?
Winningest, like best winning percentage.
That is true. Well,
Winning it.
Winningest, yes.
I like it.
So we have a guy named Calzone. At least that's his Discord name, replacing him. I haven't seen much of his battling skills, so we'll see how he ends up taking over Cap James' team. Anybody else have anything?
He takes over Slendy's team.
Yeah, Slendy's team. Cap James is still in the league. I am very good at talking, I promise.
I don't think
I'm
that's a
new to
problem talking.
Pokemon.
I'm good at thoughts and thinking.
You're probably thinking just fine. You just said it wrong.
Shut up. Anyway. Anybody else have anything to say about Slendy leaving?
Rip.
Nope.
No? Okay.
The league is with Slendy leafing. The league is turning a new leaf.
Okay. You can stop.
I will not. I was
Any-
invited on this podcast. I will do my thing.
Okay. So that game didn't really have much to talk about. The game was really dominating by Slendy. Then we have we're going over I think Papa Boy and OTM's game next.
No.
Yeah, we have to go over that game at OTM. This one. This is a
Wait, whose game are we going to?
Okay. Let me talk about this game.
All right,
This
well,
game.
take it.
Let me talk about this game for a minute.
Okay, go for
All
it.
right, so my man OTM is coming through with these reads, and he's coming through with all these reads. Okay, look,
OTM the bookworm.
he just clicked superpower. That's a dead Magnezone. Okay,
They don't
Then
see they don't see
this
the replay.
Empower, this ain't doing shit to that Mega Absol. Okay.
They
He
don't-
goes out into his edgy Tapu Fini, and then his opponent's just like, what the fuck is this? Why am I getting red so hard?
So
And then he gets fucked in the ass, right in the asshole, by hacks.
So
Literally.
Gee.
so OTM. Since you're in the call, I have a question for you.
What?
Did any of your mons have Thunder Punch?
I don't think so, sadly.
That is why the hacks was not on your side.
okay, guys, can we not with the Thunder Punch meme right now, please?
I'm sorry.
But Thunder Punch.
Just please. I'm asking you nicely.
And I am responding nicely with no.
Okay. So this game for OTM started off nicely. Something that going into this game, when Exploud got past the speed pass, it ended up not being able to outspeed Absol, which I questioned really hard because to me, it not being able to outspeed Absol made no sense why he didn't speed creep for that. I also questioned why, OTM tried to basically sack 2 Pokemon to it, but that's also because
It's fine.
OTM
OTM won that
Scrappy was
game.
a
It's
thing.
fine.
Yeah, I realized you
OTM's
could.
good at Pokemon.
And then you also crit your Skarmory, but I don't think that crit ended up mattering.
Yeah.
You probably
No,
2-hit
yes, it
KO.
did. I counted it.
Did it not 2-hit KO you?
It was 2 hit.
Well, it would have killed you then. It would have 2-hit you.
I know, but I would have lived at least.
It wouldn't have mattered then at that point if that's what you're
I don't care.
OTM ended up losing this game 1-0, but the end game actually kind of ended up sucking for him when he just got hacked out really badly the whole end of the game.
Absol gets low roll and play rough, and Lord kills it. I'm like, god damn it.
Yeah, like, Claydol came in and he missed a play rough, and then that would have made it where he could have kept a spike up, which would have meant, like, play rough would have killed the Embor as well. So,
I'm
like,
just saying right now, OTM is the best player in this call.
no, but,
I'm
like,
trash.
legitimately, I feel like OTM won this game without the play rough miss on the Claydol coming in, because then he would have killed it and kept a spike up, and then been able to kill the Embor as well without having to worry about a roll.
Hello?
Hello?
Calzone. Hello.
Hey, Calzone's in this call. This is the coach that is replacing Celindy.
It's time. Because I'm better than him.
That's not
Or
why.
her.
That's
Yes,
definitely
it
not
is.
why.
You're just wrong.
Okay, anyway, and then Papa Boy ended up leaving because he said he was in too many leagues at this point. We ended up.
He was just scared. He saw
Having
the
two
flashes
coaches.
of the power of OTM, and he couldn't take it.
OTM will go get that revenge. He was gonna do Papa Boy's username to him.
Okay.
Get him right in the asshole.
Okay, Will. That's enough.
Get out.
Anybody have
Damn it,
anything to
Will.
say about Papa Boy leaving and his replacement being Dino?
He got Thunder Punched right out of the league.
Anything insightful to say? No? Okay,
Easy.
we're moving on
Oh,
then.
well, I'm happy he's gone.
Right in the asshole and went right out the asshole.
Oh my goodness.
Have you guys already talked about the Massachusetts Mawwiles? I didn't.
We talked about that you were the new team. Yes, that's about it.
Okay.
We're,
Well, I wasn't here.
Alright, then we're going over to the destruction that was Shory versus Weatherly.
It's time. Oh, this is a 6-0.
good.
This was the...
This battle went in one direction.
Yeah, this went
Just
one
saying.
direction, and that was straight in
Sorry,
Weatherly's
asshole.
favor. This
You
was
don't know
the...
you're beautiful, Weatherly.
Week
Sorry to
one,
say
week
that.
one was full of two 5-0s and a 6-0, which was kind of an unfortunate start off the season because it doesn't make the league look very good, but it just some matchups were pretty bad for some people.
it's because this league is trash.
This is probably
to be
why.
honest.
That's why we have.
No,
That's why
yeah.
we have the Alolan
No,
Trash
you know
Conference and the Trash
why,
Conference.
you know why Weatherly won this badly? He wished his opponent good fun, have luck.
Also, I brought Thunder Punch.
He ended up bringing Thunder Punch on Mega Aggron, and the guy decided, hey, you know, I don't one-shot you even after DD. I don't even do like 40% to you, but I'm going to DD in front of you and then die in one hit to a Thunder Punch. So, you know, and the fact
Thunder Punch
that
isn't a thing.
the issue with Shory's team is the fact that he has 3 ice types and his hazard removal is Alolan Sand Slash, and I think
Wait, what were these? Which replay is this?
this is
Shory
Shory
versus
versus
Weatherly.
Shory versus Weatherly.
Nice crit Thunder Punch.
I don't think that crit mattered at all.
It didn't. It didn't.
But it was Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch deserves to crit.
That's
Of course.
exactly why it didn't matter. Thunder Punch one shots all.
Yeah, of course. That's why you clicked it against
Yeah.
Garchomp.
Yeah.
Except
Thunder Punch Oko's most ground types.
yeah, and then he
Just
comes
saying.
in on the Aggron and just clicks Swords Dance while he avalanches and does like 90%. Or not 90%, like 80%. And then predicts Godly into Swellow and predicts the Earthquake because at this point, I felt like at that point he was in the position where he probably should have predicted the Swellow coming in, but he just clicked Earthquake. I feel like if Shory has one thing to take away from this game is play a little more aggressively, especially in the when you're down like in the position you were. Don't set up in front of a Mega Aggron when you know that you can barely one-shot it even after an SD.
One
and it can
one piece
almost
of
one-shot
advice
you
I
with an avalanche
have.
without any HP
for
and defense
Shory?
investment.
And also,
Fact better for Thunder Punch. You
Also-
always need to play around Thunder Punch.
Wigglytuff got to kill this game
You shouldn't have allowed that either.
through Aurora Veil, which means, or got to kill through Aurora Veil because Wigglytuff's godly, and Wigglytuff currently has more kills than Kieran Black and Magearna combined.
It's also because I 5-0'd the person with Magearna and Karen Black, but that's besides the
Magearna and
point.
Kieran Black aren't on the same team.
I'm kidding. I know. I 5-0. They both got 5-0. That's the point still stands.
Yeah, but you didn't 5-0 both of them.
Of course I did. Not do that. You know. Anyway,
And also the mon that I brought. to
anybody have any other advice for Shory going forward?
Prepare for Thunder Punch better.
Anything that
Yeah.
isn't about Thunder Punch.
Next time, bring the biggest threat to my team, which is probably Rotom Wash, which didn't even come.
Yeah, that was an issue I also saw, is that Rotom Wash didn't come, and that absolutely destroyed this team if played right.
Well, it didn't destroy my
I
team, but
feel
it,
Scarf Chomp would have been a better choice for the set.
Yeah,
On the
he was
Garchomp.
defensive with Swords Dance, which I didn't understand
I
either.
don't agree with that. I think Scarf Chomp would have been worse. I think he was right bringing Sword Dance.
But I
Yeah,
don't think he should have been
because he
defensive
got
with
killed.
Swords
He got
Dance.
revenged by that Swellow. So
Yeah, but he would have also...
Yeah, but he would have had to have been scarfed into Earthquake,
And it
which
would have
meant
not-
which meant something got revenged by Solo there.
Yeah. So, going forward, Shori, I think you need to prep a little bit better because you didn't bring one of the bigger threats to his team.
He also didn't bring the other mon that I scared about being Cyclone.
Yeah, you didn't bring that either, which I also thought had a better matchup. And then you brought specially defensive Alolan Sandslash, which I also didn't get. Sandslash is a sweeper, and if you actually set that up correctly, you could have potentially pushed through his team pretty hard. If you wore down the Olomomola correctly, if you had brought in Rotom Wash, Sandslash was like Cyclone could have destroyed this team. I felt like there's some prep and failure here, or some failure and prep here. Just work on your prep. I feel a little bit better.
Also, the one mon I brought to sweep being Oramoth was
Did
the one mon
nothing.
that was the one mon that did absolutely nothing in the game.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Oramoth got killed. It killed that fucking Togedemaru.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, but Wigglytuff could have done that. Also, Wigglytuff 6-0'd that team if I could have gotten it in earlier.
All right. Next game that we're going over is me versus Glob.
Well, obviously you lost.
Definitely not.
Magirna first pick is questionable.
Okay. So some issues going into this game. Already. Not even with his. He brought the team I thought he was going to bring. He doesn't have a lot of good mons on this team. He has his team's really strong, but very few mons that are really strong. Because he ended up drafting really well at the beginning part, but then he ran out of points really quickly, and he didn't bring the biggest threat to my team, which was Gumi, so that was an issue.
Yes.
But no, there were some issues with his Mence set. I felt like Mence should have been DD over being special with Defog versus me.
Nidoqueen should have been offensive instead of defensive.
Yeah, that's another issue. Is Nidoqueen should have been more offensive. I felt like Milotic should have had Toxic over Haze. I understand that you were scared of the Revocant potentially sweeping you, but when Vaporeon walls half your team going into a matchup and Milotic cannot touch it because of that, you kind of just lose to that.
Also, can we just point out the nickname on Shy's Talonflame?
That was
It's
that's courteous
good.
of Austin. Otherwise I wouldn't have good
Lovely.
nicknames or Webley.
The masses do not know my real name.
Yeah.
Well, now they do, but
Now they do, yeah. Talonflame.
Exposed!
Talonflame did a lot more work this game than it showed because it weakened the Venusaur, which was how I ended up basically winning this game. And then Electabuzz did work as well by weakening the Nidoqueen and killing it, basically making it dead.
I don't care what anyone says, Talonflame was the MVP of Season 1.
besides Nidoqueen, you mean?
Also, looking at this matchup,
Talonflame 5-0 to man.
I understand Colossal did a lot versus your team as well, Glob, but Shift Gear Magirna absolutely destroyed my team after you got some damage on both Registeel, or killed Registeel, and any amount of chip on Talonflame plus Vaporeon. Like, after +1, your Magirna kind of just pushed through my team really hard.
Wait. What kind of chip did they need? Like Ruffles, Doritos?
Shut up.
Wait, I don't get the
Ooh, I want some
geek.
Doritos right now.
Anybody have anything else to say about this game? Because before we move on to the next one, because I guess this one.
I don't get
Yo,
the
hit me up with them
gear
Doritos.
grind. Wait, what's the set on the Magirna? I don't know this.
I was talking about Shift Gear.
Yeah, shift gear.
That raises your speed by 2 and attack by 1. Calzone.
But okay, I know that, but how, can't you just use like agility or autonomous?
It doesn't get either of those. That's the only
Alright.
moving boosting move it gets.
To end this game.
I would have say Trick Room
Trick Room
could have
did
been better.
Trick Room did awful versus my team.
Alright.
Oh really? I'm an idiots then.
Two.
Sorry.
To end this game
I'd
out,
have to.
Boost.
one more thing to end this game out. So Glob, and it's a tip for Glob. So Glob,
Is an actual tip.
you have Magirna, you have Nidoqueen, you have Salamence, you have Milotic, you have Mega Venusaur, and you have Gumi. Your only good mon is Gumi. You need to bring it.
Yeah, exactly.
Gumi gets Thunder Punch.
No, it doesn't.
Get Thunderbolt.
Okay.
I'm starting a petition after this podcast to make Nintendo give Gumi Thunder Punch.
Okay.
Because it deserves
Yeah.
it.
No, our
I think
goal
I see.
with this podcast is to get Game Freak to nerf Thunder Punch.
Also, I'm pretty sure I think Nidoqueen gets Thunder Punch. So
It definitely does.
So, Glob, you need to bring Thunder Punch and Needle-Queen.
Now let's go to, I think, both my favorite and most disappointing game of the week, which was Unhawk versus Ghost. This game...
I don't think I've watched this one yet.
I have no idea what Unhawk means. This game was super disappointing to watch, only because so much hacks went against Unhawk on some really good predictions. Like, he predicted Volcarona on just the right turn and clicked Stone Edge, then missed, and that just threw some huge, like, wrench in his game plan. It forced him later in the game to force him to try to get rocks up and keep them up versus, like, Mew. Like, rocks became an important thing after, like, you know, missing the kill on the Volcarona. And just, like, this game went really far downhill. The team matchup was Hariyama, Tapu Bulu, Molix, Kofag, Krilliwatt, and Clefairy versus Excadrill, T-Tar, Pyukumuku, Volcarona, Mew, and Medicham. Medicham put a lot of pressure onto, Unhawk's team. Besides Kofag being there, but then Kofag ended up clicking Will-O-Wisp versus a +2 Excadrill and getting flinched, so it didn't end up actually being able to stay around very long. So this game just kind of wasn't in Unhawk's favor with a lot of the
Excadrill putting in work. That's what I like to see.
But then, I know that Ghost made a questionable play by staying in on the Krilliwatt with the Excadrill, because I understand that you're used to a defensive Krilliwatt, and I know you can't watch this video, but I'll talk to you about this later. But it came Scarf, and what other reason would he have to switch it in other than to be able to revenge kill you? When you have but then you have good switch-ins, in like Pyukumuku and Mew to it, so that was a questionable play. This game would have probably been a 5-0, maybe even a 6-0.
Pyukumuku?
I liked the switch into Volcarona predicting the Stone Edge miss.
Yeah, that was definitely what happened.
Play of
That was the best play of the game.
That was definitely not Unhawk predicting the Volcarona coming in and hoping the Stone Land missed, and him just not knowing that he would go.
No, the Volcarona switch in on the Stone Edge miss. That was the best prediction I've seen in my life.
That was just him getting lucky.
No, it was the best prediction ever. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was the turning point of this game, and that just kind of put it into his court for the rest of the game, and Medicham ended up doing a lot of pressure to his team, and then Mew just doing so much to his team as well. And then in the end, I think T-Tar ended up getting like 1 or 2 kills.
I never left.
So.
Does Hariyama get Thunder Punch?
Yeah. But it wasn't.
See.
Shut up! It wasn't useful in this matchup.
No, because that's why he got hacked out. That's why your team got hacked out too, because he didn't bring Thunder Punch.
I'm sorry.
Agreed.
Okay,
None of my mons get it.
Can I request that Thunder Punch not be said for the rest of the thing unless it's a move on a mon that's actually being used currently?
No.
Thunder Punch.
Thunder Punch.
Please. I beg of you so we could get through the rest of these games without Thunder Punch being mentioned unless it was on a moveset.
To be fair, we'd be getting
Okay,
through this a
so
lot faster
what
if
match are we
we
on?
not say Thunder Punch.
No, we wouldn't.
Yes, we would.
It would be going a lot faster if you guys wouldn't just say Thunder Punch.
I'm sorry, I
Honestly,
spent a
I would never
match.
go with Thunder Punch.
But then none of us would have any insight, so it would just be you talking.
Okay.
Huh?
Andy, do you have anything other to say than Thunder Punch to me, please?
No, unfortunately not. I didn't really watch this game. I'm literally watching it now, so
Okay.
yeah, I don't really have anything to say.
Just say Thunder Punch and be done with it.
Don't say that, please. I beg of you.
I was very shy for this time.
I beg of you to say it, Andy.
So I already did a video technically on the JJ versus Andy game, but I still think we're gonna go over that game.
Okay, so we're doing Andy's now?
So, Andy, and you're in the call, so I will say this to you directly. Stop over-predicting this, man.
I probably cut out. So
I said stop over-predicting so much.
Try hard.
You over-predicted him several times in this game, and it cost you so much. Also, a
I'm just
question.
watching it now.
I also have another question for you. Why did you think that Scarf Darmanitan would come over Banded Darmanitan
Hang
versus
on.
your team?
you cut out again.
Why did you think that Scarf Darmanitan would come over Banded Darmanitan versus your team?
I don't really know. It's just kind of like the one I see the most.
Scarf is better.
Yeah.
Scarf is normally
Scarf is-
good against a lot of teams, but when you look at your team, your fastest few mons are like Archeops and a few other things, and a lot of those just didn't match up well versus his team in general. So Bandit Darm just did a lot of work to your team.
Also, I think there's a certain move that could have helped you a lot this game. You know what it is?
Thunder Punch.
Fire Punch for the Escavalier.
Oh yeah, you brought okay. Another question I have is you brought one counter to the Escavalier, and then your whole team got destroyed by it otherwise.
Well, I did actually have Hidden Power Fire on Blastoise as well, but that
But that got absolutely destroyed by Darmanitan. So
yeah.
But a question I have for you is why the Florges exactly the way it was? I felt like HP Fire because that was a good lure for the Escavalier more than Blastoise was. I would feel because like the Blastoise I feel like would roll it a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember why. I think I wrote it down somewhere.
Well, no, hindsight is 2020, but it was just a question as in. If you see,
yeah,
you
it would have been about.
Escavalier was a threat to your team because you obviously brought HP Fire on Blastoise and Arcanine, but those are the only two things that you brought to handle it.
Yeah, but to be fair, at Team Prep, Escavalier might have not seemed like the biggest threat because, as I said, hindsight is 2020.
That is true.
And future sight is 120 power.
Cute team, am I right?
This match started off really poorly for you. I felt like there was a point where it just wasn't like salvageable in this game. Like you were just so far behind in an advantage after a few.
Basically, as soon as Darm came in, that's probably.
As soon as Darm hit your Blastoise, you kind of just lost the game from there.
Yeah.
You just tried to play around it the best you could, but it just like even if you like had predicted at some points, it just was too much for you.
I'm with you on the salty squad, don't worry.
Game and playing to get it down to not be.
Also went down.
Yeah,
I tried playing a bit too aggressively, I guess.
Yeah. Now normally when you're talking to people, you tell them to play more aggressively. I think in this case, like the GBA analyst is, and they tell us to battle all the time. Playing safe sometimes is okay.
No, it's not.
Trying hard.
Yeah.
I play aggressively, and I get rewarded by playing against bad players known as Cap James.
Besides that, I think your prep wasn't awful. And again, hindsight is 2020. The HP Fire on the Florges might have been a better idea than the Blastoise, but
yeah.
I just like the only reason I say that, even without hindsight, the Florges is a much better like lure in for the Escavalier to want to come in on than the Blastoise is.
Yeah. Wait, Shy, can I have half a win?
You lost. You can't have a win.
I think our team deserves it.
I do too, but that's not how this works. He left. Did he actually leave? Yeah, he did. Oh my goodness. Did I disconnect? Am I still here? Hello? Nope, it's saying I disconnected. Hold up, guys. 1 second. Let's see if I can reconnect to this. It'll just be me and Webley for a second because this is swell. Discord's been acting up really badly today. Any other thoughts on that game before we move on to the next one? As soon as
Webley disconnected too.
That's not a thought on the game. That wasn't what I asked for.
But no, that was actually a fun game to watch because as much as I do like Andy and I think he's cool, seeing JJ get his first NBC win was really cool.
Yeah, it was. Well, okay, so looks like for the later part of the podcast, we're going to be missing Will and Andy for the time being because Discord has been acting up really badly today. And hold on, let me see. Can I join this voice chat? No. Okay, so yeah, Discord's been acting up really badly today. Oh wait, it did let me join. Hold on. At Will, are they still both in here? At Andy, hold up, guys. 1 second. Let's see. Join here. Nope, never mind. I'm just trying to think about something to discuss while we try to resolve this issue because I can't really pause the recording. So, let's start talking about what JJ could have done better in that game, because JJ ended up winning that game, but I already gave him some advice, but I don't know why he ended up sacking Lando I to the Arcanine when he had like Starmie and Gudra as switch-ins.
Yeah. Lando I, because this league has Shield Force Lando I, so it does a lot to everything. Like, I play him this week, and my team doesn't actually have a switch-in.
Well, yeah, it's really hard to switch into.
Even the Mighty Mega Aggron, which switches into everything that isn't a Mega Charizard, but I can't switch into this, so... So on next week's recap, you get to see me get destroyed by Lando I.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Have fun, guys.
And maybe Escavalier will do a little work to your team again.
Nah.
Escavalier had a good week 1, which was surprising because that mon normally doesn't do extremely well in league format. So, yeah, that was quite unfortunate. That was unfortunate for Andy, but he did make a bunch of over predictions. So, when you do that, that's what happens.
Yeah, I think he expected JJ to just do a little more right out of the gate, and JJ didn't, and so that benefited JJ.
Yeah.
And didn't with Andy.
JJ got rewarded for playing safely at the beginning of the game instead of being overly aggressive like Andy was, or being a little too
Which, as
predictive.
an aggressive player myself, I do know that playing safely at the beginning of the game can do a lot.
Normally this isn't always the case. It depends on the person you're playing, but when you don't know how a person plays and you're going into a match, it's 99% better to make the safer play turn 1 rather than go for the over-aggressive play and end up losing a mon because of it. Now, this isn't always true because in one of my league matches, I ended up going straight up for a Boomerang versus Infernape thinking it was Sash lead with Stealth Rocks, and I was right, and it went straight for Rocks and I killed it. But that doesn't always happen, and just mixing in being safe and being aggressive and knowing when the balance between the two to go for is one of the more important things that you have to do in league format, especially because there's times when you should play safe and there's times that you have to be aggressive. Otherwise, like in certain positions, there's just certain positions in a game when you have a bad team matchup or a bad position that you ended up getting in from some hacks, you have to be aggressive. Anything else you need to say? Because I'm trying to think of something why this isn't working.
No, we can just move on to the next game.
Yeah, we'll move on to the next game without everybody. Fortunately, they can't be here for probably the later part of this. I'm going to blame Discord for being absolute garbage right now. It's not their fault. Their servers are acting up today, but
I'm going to blame your lack of being able to edit.
I will blame that too. Because I'm not very good at using everything yet. So, the next game on the list to go over is John versus Will.
Oh, that's a fun one.
This was
Maybe it's a good thing we don't have Will.
Will was, how you say, a little salty about this matchup. This matchup was really bad for him. His whole team, not even just one, or not even a few, he didn't even have a single wall. His whole team got 2-shot by Kingdra. And when you're facing Rain, week 1, you can't really do a whole lot about it, so... And the fact that he didn't really have anything for, where's the replay? Did he not save it? Did he do it on the other... Hold up. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find... Because these are all normally organized, and this would have gone a lot better if... there we go. He also didn't have a whole lot to deal with Snorlax this game either. And Snorlax kind of destroyed his team as well because it was a wall to his biggest offensive threats being Jirachi and Mega Charizard X. So, there's not a whole lot to say about this game. Will, I'm sorry that you got an awful matchup week 1.
Yeah, everything on John's team just looked like it did a lot because, Kingdra does a 10 to his team, Snorlax does a 10 to his team, Scizor does a 10 to... the team you brought, Scizor just does a 10 if you can keep it away from Charizard. Nidoking. I use Nidoqueen all the time, so I'm used to saying that. Just that does a ton of this game if it has the right coverage.
just Will going into this matchup just didn't think he'd win. He tried to push the differential down as far as possible. It only ended up being a 3-0, so good job on Will part for not making it a 6-0 loss to like Kingdra or something. Or Snorlax like Curselax, but he ended up bringing like Sleep Powder on the Tangrowth to make sure the Curselax couldn't just set up on him. I think that was also for Kingdra if he predicted it to come in on it. So, good job on Will's part for making it a 3-0.
I think anything on John's team that wasn't Manectric that went to sleep would be good, to be honest.
I was very hyped to see this. I didn't realize this matchup was so bad for Will going into it.
No,
It was very exciting for me to watch John win because he was the underdog going into this matchup. He wasn't.
Definitely. Will's one of the best players in this league, and John's still like somewhat newer to league format and stuff.
But John ended up playing the game the way he was meant to, and just he didn't make any over predictions. He didn't really have to. When you have a winning matchup, especially, there's not a whole lot of room for error. There's not a whole lot of room to that you need to like over predict at all. So like, I don't know, like just not having you don't need to over predict in a good matchup most of the time, and just bringing really standard sets in a good matchup, especially as well, is fine as well. You don't need to be super creative in a matchup that you win already, unless you feel like there's like a set that they could bring that could potentially break through your good matchup. But I don't know what else to say about that. There's not a whole lot else to say. And then I think there's not a whole lot to go over in this game. I think there was just some just very standard, like no over predicting, just kind of like switching around a bunch. I know that the Snorlax ended up getting tricked by Jirachi, which made it not as good, but then Kingdra was just able to get like rain up and win the game at that point after it put to sleep I think Manectric, and then able to let Pelipper come in for free, basically, and then let Kingdra come in without. Oh yeah, he missed. An unfortunate thing for Will is he did end up missing a Sleep Powder on the Kingdra, but he only did have the Tangrowth left, so I don't know if he would have even won the game at that point. He could have potentially done it. It would have been hard, but even in a matchup that you have a bad matchup in it, I just don't think it would have ended up mattering.
If that Pelipper had Hurricane, I think that just wins.
Didn't matter anyway. He just sacked Snorlax. It might have cost him a little differential, like one differential point at the end of that game. So. And then the last game to discuss, I think, is AJ versus Louis.
Yep.
This game was an interesting one. The matchup was Guzzlord, Klefki, Chandelure, Mega Crucible, Hitmonchan, and Thundurus T versus Hydreigon, Deoxys Defense, Landorus, Therian, Pyroar, Zebstrika, Scizor. Some key things here is that Crucible did a ton to this team after the Deoxys Defense went down and after he got some damage on the Scizor beforehand, because Head Smash does a ton of damage to this team, and as it does to a lot of teams. And if you got some chip on Lando, then it could probably push through this team really hard after a Rock Polish. I don't know if he brought Rock Polish. I can't remember exactly. He ended up, because I remember going over the sets, but I don't remember if he brought Rock Polish or not. Thundurus T did a lot of work this matchup too with like HP Ice. After breaking Deoxys Defense, I think was the hardest thing to break in this matchup, but he did have things like Chandelure and Guzzlord. Guzzlord's the best Pokemon.
Well, the thing that mattered most in this game is the obvious offensive threat that is Guzzlord went down turn 2.
Yeah, that.
And Guzzlord would have 6-0'd this man because Guzzlord 6-0's everybody.
I think this game was going fine for Louis. Through the first part of the game, he did lose Guzzlord fairly early, but he ended up playing through it well. And then Louis forgot a key thing about Gen 7 and tried to Thunder Wave a Hydreigon with Klefki, which doesn't work with Prankster being nerfed the way it is to dark types. And that ended up costing a ton of Klefki's health and an ability to wall some of the mons on AJ's team. And then also the Hitmonchan getting burned by a flamethrower also really sucked because he ended up not having as much kill power behind that. And he wasn't able to touch out a lot of mons on AJ's team after that, which was really unfortunate for him. And that I don't know, that losing that match kind of sucked, but at the same time, he's in my division, So for me, I was okay with him losing, but it's also my friend, so I was also kind of sad that he lost that game. I'm fine. Like I was gonna be okay if he won that one because I didn't think he was gonna win 5 or 6-0, which obviously didn't happen. He didn't win at all. Anything else to say about that game besides the Kessler's the Lord?
Yeah, AJ's trying to pass off that Deoxys is better than Wigglytuff, and that is simply just not true.
Just remember that next season when you see Deoxys defense is 3 points and Wigglytuff is 18.
Why only 18 for Wigglytuff?
Okay. Anyway, so with that, I think the last thing to discuss is how divisions are looking and how teams are gonna have to do these next 2 weeks with division rivalries coming up these next 2 weeks. The best overall division currently is all of the divisions are fairly doing really well right now because everybody has two 1-0 teams and two 0-1 teams.
Currently, I think my division's the best because we have somebody who won in a 6-0, and our biggest loss was only 4-0.
That is true. That's probably your division is probably the strongest currently. Overall, I definitely think the Alolan Grimers division is probably was overall the strongest division, and then might still be, but we'll find out.
I wouldn't agree with that. Oh, or do you just mean by through this week?
Through this week.
Oh, okay. I think you meant like overall.
No. Just from this week. Because they did have somebody end up getting 5-0'd in there.
Yeah, but they also had a 1-0 loss. And...
Yeah, they don't want a loss and then a 3-0 and a 5-0 win. So,
But then the person who won big with them isn't a part of the division anymore, so...
Yeah.
There's that as well.
We have Calzone in there now. Calzone comes in with a 105 plus 5 differential, which is a great way to start a season off without having to have done anything.
Yeah. And I think he faces Glob this week, who is 0-1 minus 5.
Yes, he does. So, they could easily both go 1-1-0-0 if Glob ends up winning that 5-0 somehow.
Or we're going to watch Glob go 0-2 minus 11.
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know. Divisions...
It will if he doesn't bring Gumi.
The divisions aren't very close right now because... let's see. Going over each division, we have Calzone being the top of his division technically right now with 1-0 plus 5, and then going AJ Jirachi 1-0 plus 3, and then OTM being third in his division being 0-1 minus 1, and then Glob being dead last in his division being 0-1 minus 5. Yes? Yeah. Were you going to say something?
Glob's a disappointment.
Yeah, he didn't bring Gumi. Then going over the Alolan Trubbish division, Weatherly is currently number 1 with a nice plus 6 differential to start the season.
To be
Go ahead.
To be fair, it was almost. I could have won plus 7.
Yeah, he definitely could have. Of course, because plus 7 is plausible week 1. JJ won pretty solidly against a matchup that everybody didn't expect him to win because he lost every game last season, but he did.
With the league's pick'ems, I locked Andy and he lost.
Yeah.
Which was even worse for me because he lost to somebody in my division.
I locked Will this week. That was a bad idea.
So did everybody else.
That was a bad idea. I didn't know how bad that matchup was. I just knew Will was the much better player. I should have looked at the matchup before doing that, but next time I know.
An interesting thing with my division is that the two leaders of the division, being me and JJ, play each other this week. So one of us will start out 2-0, one of us will start out 1-1, which also means that the two bottom teams, being Unhawk and Will,
who also play this week?
Yeah. One of them will start out 0-2, and the other one will start out 1-1 as well.
This is a very important week for 0-1 teams, especially because that means whoever loses the 0-1 matchups are going to have not a fun time. I think that's the only division where the 0-1 players play each other right away. I could be wrong. I think, does Shori and Andy play this week? Or is Shori playing Ghost this week? No, I think Shori and Andy are playing.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's the other that's from the other conference. That's also a division game that matters a lot because whoever wins that doesn't start off 0-2 this season. So the other ones have the potential to have every team to start off 1-1 in those divisions, which would be an interesting turn of events. And we only have the potential for guarantee of 2-0 teams, and that would be between Ghost and Gengar, and then Wesley and JJ. So I don't know. There's not a whole lot else. Did I finally join back on the Discord? Hello? Andy, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Discord just crashed for me.
Yeah, it crashed for everybody, we know. I kept the video going.
Okay.
We're at final thought stage right now. We're discussing division stuff right now, division standings, and we just had gone over the probabilities of how teams could end up doing. Like, you have the potential to start off. You or Shori have the potential to start off 0-2 this season. Since you both going into this matchup 0-1.
You're cutting out. Sorry. What was that?
You and Shori have one of you have the potential to start off 0-2 this season, guaranteed. Like one of you is going 0-2 to start off the season.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you guys faced this week and you both are 0-1.
Yeah. Wait, am I on one? Hang on.
You're 0-1, -3. You lost to JJ.
Okay. Oh yeah.
A lot of people.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just.
What? Say that again.
I know I lost. I was just trying to figure out how much I lost by. I couldn't remember. Whatever reason, I have no memory of how.
-3.
Yeah, we have a guarantee of 2 undefeated teams and 2 winless teams after this week. So
we have a guarantee of that. How do you feel about your matchup versus Shori? Since you're on the mic and able to talk about that. Don't reveal too much, but just how do you feel about the matchup?
Yeah. Let me just get Shori's team because I know there was one that.
Don't mention the mon. Don't mention.
I'm not going to reveal which one it is. Obviously.
Of course.
I do feel fairly confident.
You should be fine as long as you bring Fender.
I'm going to try not to over-predict this time.
Yeah, don't let you lose to yourself this game. Andy,
yeah.
I am very sure you can win this one.
Hey.
One thing I can say about Andy is Andy was a really solid competitor last season. He ended up having to take over a team with I think 3 losses or 4 or 2 or 3 losses to start out.
It was 1-2, I think.
He started off 1-2 and he ended up making playoffs from his division, being second in his division. Ended up losing round 1 to Will.
To be fair, there were only 3 of us in that division by the end of it.
Yeah, there was only 3, but yeah. Andy, well, you also just had a better record than the other person in your division anyway, and ended up beating them in head to head. So, Andy did really well for coming in at 1 and 2. He ended up making playoffs. He ended up losing to Will. Round 1 in playoffs, which was unfortunate, but
Will's very good though. So I'm not too disappointed with how that match went, considering like how good Will is.
Yeah. I also am excited to see how you do with your own team that you drafted yourself this season.
Yeah.
Because last season,
I mean, this team is a weird team that I drafted. I wouldn't normally draft like this, but I think it was just like I kept getting sniped. So
also, weren't you?
I ended up having to fall on backup upon backup.
Yeah.
Weren't you the person?
Like the only 2 were like main ones that I wanted to get was Cyclone and.
All right.
Weren't you the person who picked up Manaphy after it was dropped as well?
Yeah, I was quite happy that you dropped that.
Yeah, Cap James ended up dropping Manaphy for Volcanion, and then Andy got online and was like, that's mine now, basically. And he ended up getting Manaphy really. I definitely felt like that was a bad drop on James's part, and that's a great pickup for your team.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It helped your team out a lot with the issues that it had. Your
It also helps like getting somewhere in between like my kind of slow ones and my really fast ones, because obviously there was a pretty big speed gap
yeah.
beforehand.
This is kind of why like things like Ben Darmanitan did better versus your team otherwise, because like he didn't have a mana fee to worry about week 1 that could outspeed it.
I like the pillow swine pickup. I feel like that should be more points, and it just isn't.
Yeah, Pilot's Wine is great, to be honest.
Do you have anything to say to the people in your division before we go?
Not really. Don't expect too highly of me.
Okay.
I got pretty lucky last season.
So since
Words.
since Andy doesn't have any words for himself, I'll do the trash talking for you. Shory, you're getting 6-0 again.
Okay, thank you.
Shory,
Right.
this is a call to arms for you, friend. Do not get 6-0 again. Only get 5-0 this time.
Baby steps.
You gotta take baby steps on this, friend. No, I look forward to see Shory not get 6-0 again, hopefully. Hopefully Shory sees this video and takes some advice from it. Work on your prep, please, Shory. There was 2 threats versus your week 1 matchup that did not come. Please bring the threats to your opponent's team. And everybody in my division, Cap James, you're going down this week. Louis, you can do better. You're my friend. But you're also going down this season, just not now. And then Dino, I don't even know if you're going to watch this video. I don't know how much you're actually going to be in the league with. Hopefully we don't have to replace you. I know you have a busy schedule. But good luck with your week 1. I still hope that you lose. But good luck.
and then if I can say something to my
Yeah,
division.
go ahead and say something to your division.
So JJ, I look forward to our matches this game. I'm looking forward to being 6-0 by Lando Eye. Please do it. That'd be amazing. Unhawk, I have no words for you. And then Will, I would look at your team because Thunder Punch 6-0s it.
And I guess that's all the final words, unless Will ended up joining back. It doesn't look like he did. So that was the week 1 recap / people saying random shit podcast thing, I guess. If you guys like this for some reason, you shouldn't have liked this. I'm just gonna stop now.
Thunder
Bye.
Punch.